It seems that every time I'm looking for a new vehicle, a Toyota truck ends up on my favorite list. I've never really needed the capability of a traditional pickup, but I was interested in seeing how the modern midsize crew works. This 2017 Toyota Tacoma TRD Off-Road appeared at my door when I was doing my daily. I didn't grow up around trucks, either. My dad had a standard cab, short bed, two-wheel drive Toyota in the mid-80s for a few months and then an early 2WD Dodge Dakota. Both trucks were incredibly Spartan. Manual transmissions, AM radio, maybe FM on the Dodge. But I know the Toyota didn't even have a clock. They were cheap, sturdy, and bought to do a job. This 2017 Toyota Tacoma, like all modern trucks, is still built to work, but as more truck owners use them as their daily commuter vehicles, the bells and whistles have ratcheted up commensurately. I hesitate to call this TRD Off-Road package plush, but heated front seats, parking assists, and wireless phone charging are little luxuries that are well beyond what one could have imagined in a pickup truck a couple of decades ago. In TRD Off-Road trim, the Tacoma looks appropriately butch. I agree with Toyota, they has resisted the big rim trend, at least in its more trail-focused packages. 16-inch wheels give plenty of sidewall, protecting the wheels and absorbing impacts, and looking rugged. The 18-inch alloys on higher trim levels are absurd. Ride quality diminishes, and the wheels take a beating when the truck is used as a truck. I was a bit surprised that the ride was indeed trucky, that is to say, a bit unrefined, bouncing a bit over rough pavement, with a bit of a buzz about the cabin when the big V6 reached higher revs. I'm used to more genteel crossovers, of course, and the Tacoma is most certainly not a crossover. It's not an unpleasant truck to drive daily, by any means. It just required a recalibration of my expectations. The controls are appropriately weighty, giving plenty of feedback through the steering wheel. I could drive all day in the 2017 Toyota Tacoma. Honestly, the seats were perfectly supportive, giving me an ideal driving position. The race ride height meant the kids had a bit of climb to get in the back seat, but once there they had no complaints. The goofy geometric pattern in the hardy cloth seats reminds me of the 90s. It only needs simulated splattered neon colors to properly fit the decade in which I became enamored with the original Tacoma. I'm still trying to decide if the factory windshield mount for a GoPro camera is genius or frivolous. However, I suppose that living the proper off-road lifestyle requires documentation of said lifestyle. The mid-size pickup market has been growing lately, and the newly announced 2019 Ford Ranger has taken clear aim at the Tacoma. I look forward to seeing how a turbo four-cylinder stacks up against a traditional big-bore V6, but there's no question why Toyota remains the standard for this segment. I wouldn't hesitate to put a Tacoma in my driveway.